back down here, back at it again to do some further testing with the X-68 Stormtrooper. Today, I had a viewer request to see, in furtherance to this troubleshooting this mag drop issue that I'm having, and a few other people are having. I had a viewer request that I try the Smasher XL, which is an 8.4 gram, between 8.4 8.5, we'll call it 8.4 gram. It's, I want to say it's somewhere around 682, I think. It's about 682. I want to see how that, can you shoot those at all without the magazine dropping? I'm pretty sure I had the mag drop before shooting those. I know I didn't have any problems shooting the alien play solid aluminum, which was essentially 7.3, up to 7.3 grams. We're going to shoot a magazine of those as well. So we're going to do a magazine first of the 8.4, 8.5-ish Smasher XL. We'll see what happens. I'll do a service loop on it with the tape, so if it does fall out, it'll hopefully keep from destroying another magazine on me. And then once we're done with that, we'll throw in the alien play. Well, actually, if it doesn't do it, I think what I'll do is eject that mag right away and try the alien play while we still have full power, full pressure. And then we'll just kind of go from there, and hopefully that gives some further data as far as troubleshooting purposes. So I think we're preheated 3 times on this thing. I did have a problem the first time yesterday. I didn't have a problem puncturing both of these CO2s. However, the second time I did it last night, I only got a puncture out of one of them. So I was actually, that second video, I forget what it was called, continued testing, I think it was, the latest one. I was only shooting on 24 grams of CO2. Granted, I was still had like, I think 1,000 psi, so that was good. I was getting good preheated gas, but my shot count was down, and that was pretty obvious from the CO2. Again, with these 2 times 12 gram, it's hit and miss, it seems. Whether you get it to puncture both. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe slapping it ain't the way. Maybe I should be just pushing in hard on it. I mean, maybe I could try that right now and see if that helps. Yeah, I mean, let's try that. Let me do it first, and then I'll do the handle. I mean, this is off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So let me try that. I think we're heated up enough for today's test anyway, so I think I may have done 3 cycles. I don't want to overheat these. All right, so instead of slapping it, I tried a different approach. Just pushed in as hard as I could, right? A little guerrilla action on there. So we'll see if that's the trick. I know I got at least one of them punctured though, because it came up. You can see that dimple there. And I don't know if I got them both or not, to be honest with you. I'm only showing about 900 psi on this gauge. But, that's still high enough pressure where I think if we're going to have the mag drop, we will, because it did seem like the mags weren't dropping, somewhere between 8 and 850 psi. Let me see if I can hit this again. Yeah, see, it's freaking hard. It's creeping up to 1,000. They might both be punctured. I don't know. I ain't gonna know until I pull it apart. So, all right. Before we close or turn the on and off valve on, we're gonna puncture the handle, and that should have set the bolt. And it sounded like it did. So before I turn that on and off on, let's see what our back pressure is from the handled CO2. Right now it's showing 753 and climbing. Okay. Oh, I can't seem to get this on the camera. 753 and climbing. And we're pretty darn close to 1,000 psi on the line side gauge coming from the Umarex 2 times 12 gram cylinder. Okay. There's no ammo in it, of course. I am going to lay this down somewhere. Get the torpedo out of there. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and get the combined pressure. Okay. Now we get the combined pressure. The line side gauge dropped to 6, 7, 8. Dropped to 8. And now we have 915 working pressure. 915.8. Okay. So somewhere a little bit less than we had yesterday, but well within that range where we were seeing the mag drop, you know, the higher pressure. So, and that's really kind of what matters here. So I'm going to put the Smasher XLs. Again, these are the 8.4, 8.5 Smasher XLs, the green in color. I'm going to put 6 of these in here. I am going to go against my better judgment so I can tape this thing off. Make another little service loop of electrical tape. And okay, where I can hopefully hang on to it. All right, so if that mag does drop, with any luck, like yesterday, that should hold it. Keep it from hitting the floor and getting destroyed. All right, let's turn the laser on. We are gassed up. Preheater's off. Let's check our pressure again. 925. Okay. We got 925 there. All right. So mag 1, shot 1, Smasher XL, 8.4 gram ammo. Let's see what it does. Shot 1. Woo. The mag did drop down, but we got 484 feet per second. That's real nice right there. So at least we got some nice power. I mean, that's over 100 joules for sure. All right, so, but the 8.4 Smasher XL, yeah, it indeed is a little too heavy for this problem. At least at 925 PSI it is. All right, so let's try shot number 2. We have 906 PSI on working on the digital. So that was really good feet per second there. Not bad. Of course, I'm thinking too, I'm comparing it to the 9.9, which is heavier, so I take back what I said. I'm sure it's pretty powerful, but I get the math in my head for the 9.9. I forget we're running some lighter stuff, so we'll run the numbers anyways. By the time you see this video, there'll be pop-ups for it. All right, mag 1, shot 2, 8.4 gram Smasher XL. 472 feet per second. Magazine did not drop that time. All right, shot 3. That was so weird. The magazine did shot. It didn't drop the last shot, but it did drop this one. 462. All right, let's put it back in there. So it must have been right on the cusp of dropping or something, and then the next shot just put it over the edge. You know, kind of like what I do to my wife sometimes. Kind of put it right over the edge. She's on the cusp. And I'll push her buttons. Anyways. All right, let's see what we got for pressure so we can kind of keep track of that as well for data purposes. 858. All right, so 858 PSI. Okay. We're still experiencing mag drop. What do I have left in here? I think 2 shots maybe. All right, so we're still doing the Smasher XLs, 8.4 gram. I think this is shot 4 or 5, probably shot 5. 458 feet per second. All right, the mag didn't drop out, but you never know what's going to happen. We got 835 PSI left, working pressure. Here goes what I believe is shot 6. And the mag still held 448 feet per second. All right. We're down to 812.8. 812 PSI, or almost 800. Actually, it just bounced back up. 816 PSI. But we're under the 850, which is kind of like your normal CO2 range, you know, typically, most of the time. So we're kind of right on the cusp or under that. So in kind of what I would say the normal range is. So can you shoot the Smasher XL when you're having a mag drop problem? Yeah, probably, if your pressure ain't that high. You know, would I shoot it the first few rounds that I shoot? Probably not. I'd probably throw some alien play in there first, maybe do a mix of ammo, and then put the heavier stuff in after, once you know the pressures kind of stabilize a little lower. That'd probably be the way I'd go. All right, what do I got in here? Oh, actually, I only shot 5. Pardon me. All right. All right, we're going to keep the video short anyway, so I'm going to try the alien play now, which at this point, honestly, these aren't going to drop the mag because they're lighter, and one, our PSI is down. So I'm just going to shoot a magazine of these so I ain't wasting the CO2. I'll take some chronos on it. I'll take some readings just so that, you know, anybody that's interested what the 7.3 is going to give you at 831 PSI CO2. Okay? But I'm pretty sure we ain't going to be dropping mags with this lighter ammo. All right, so mag 2 shot 1, alien play 7.3 gram. .484 feet per second. And this is a combined 36 grams, or it should be if I got good punctures on everything. 36 grams of CO2. 2 were preheated. Shot 2. 472. Shot 3. 454. Shot 4. 438. Shot 5. 412. And I should have one more left in here. Shot 6. Wow. That one came bouncing back. Solid aluminum. 380 feet on that one. All right. That's it. I could have shot more, but I want to keep this. The point of this video is just to see what would happen with the 8.4 gram Smasher XLs, which, you know, as far as bore size, they're somewhere around 682. 682 was the best I could come up with. The alien play were actually better than that. They're actually a little bit bigger. They were somewhere, I want to say 683 or something. These are the gray colored alien play solid aluminum. They actually were a closer bore match. This barrel's a 685 is what it is. So, all right, we're depressurized. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's what happens. You know, we're still getting the mag drop problem with even the slightly heavier stuff, the 8.4 gram. You don't have to use 9.9 to see it, at least not for me. Once you drop down closer to that 800 PSI range, though, even the 9.9 gram riot balls and the 8.4 Smasher XLs were not having a problem. All along, I have not seen this problem with the even lighter ammo, the Alien Play 7.3. and naturally anything less than that would probably not be an issue either. Yeah, so that's the outcome of today's test. Thank you for watching. Peace out.